Hey guys, just wanted to give you an update. I took the lettuce seedlings from in here in the rockwool cubes from the Chick-fil-A salad container, and I am now just plop them into these cans here. So what I would normally do during this stage is I would like to see them a little bit bigger, but I've been waiting. And so I have been waiting until they were a bit bigger, and so I think I was waiting too long. So these look to be, it's hard to see exactly, but I'll put my finger in here. You know, they're about, quarter inch or so. So I'm going to try to bring them out a little earlier than what I normally do, with the exception of the ones here on the end. This one is much shorter than what I would like. It's just barely past the rockwool cube, and then this is the cucumber seed that it sprouted roots and was growing, but something has happened and it's for some reason is not happy with its environment. I had 4 of them. 2 of them I planted in soil, 2 of them I put in rockwool cubes. The soil ones have done much better, but out of all fairness, I didn't give them hydroponic solutions when I put them in the rockwool cubes because they're still sprouting. So the ones with soil are able to pull out the nutrients from the soil, whereas these, this one and one other that's actually much bigger, weren't getting hydroponic solution until about a day or 2 ago, so they're about 3 days behind on nutrients. So the soil ones definitely have an advantage there, but I'm hoping that the hydroponic solution will be a better match for the cucumbers in the long run. Sorry, I'm rambling. So I just wanted to, this is the hydroponic solution that I have. I just put it in a small water bottle that I had found, and that I started to, I just use it for pouring. I found it's a lot easier to pour than to have a 5-gallon bucket or a 1-gallon bucket and try to pour in these things. So I do have it do not drink, but I don't leave it where anywhere where somebody would accidentally grab it and drink it, because out of all fairness, that this is certainly not, it would be close enough to the color of water for somebody to be to get confused on. So I don't leave it anywhere where my wife or child can get a hold of it. I keep it safe and high so that no one can get a hold of it. So just wanted to make it very clear that it's not a good idea to use containers that were used for like a drinking container, and put like hydroponic solution in it, because somebody could come along and be like, oh, water, and drink it and can have some problems. So with all that said, enough with the legalities. We'll just take and I'll show you what I do. Now what I try to do, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that hydroponic solutions and other like other fertilizers and stuff, when they get on the leaves of the plants, that they can harm them. I don't know if that's true or not. I happen to be using hydroponic solution, so I try my best. I try my absolute best to pour it into the rockwool cube here, but I try my best not to get it on the plant itself. So you could probably see I kind of messed that one up a bit, but I try to get in the rockwool cube with the thought that the plant could then draw nutrients from the cube, and then it would draw nutrients from the cube, and then also from the bottom once the roots got down to it. So I filled up probably about a 1/4 inch or thereabouts. I don't know if you can see in there or not. The lighting's not the best. I do apologize. Let me see. There we go. So you can see I have it in there. So I'll just fill it up like that. Now the one issue with using cans like this is, of course, they have a tendency to roll. I do put the cubes in as low as they'll go, of course. I haven't found an easy way to mash the bottom in without really destroying the can. So what I normally do is I either put these into a milk jug or like a orange juice container that's been cut in half. 2 cans seem to fit fairly well in there. or I'll just line up. I still have, you guys probably saw some previous videos where I have rockwool cubes in these things, so I'll put them on each side to try to keep them from rolling. That's done well so far. If I get a really bad thunderstorm or really bad wind, it probably won't do as well. But anyways, long story short, I messed that one up. That one got hydroponic solution on it. The first one I did pretty good at keeping it off the seed or off the leaves there. So hopefully I'm not killing these by doing this. They've been indoors, so I'm actually going to let them sit inside a window that it's block, it's a glass block, so it doesn't let the full sunlight in, and actually doesn't really let enough sunlight in. But I hardened them there for a day or two, and then I put them outside, and so far they've done pretty well. I try to get them out as quickly as possible. I try not to leave them inside the house here, in hopes that they will get used to the bright Florida sun there. Sorry, talking is hard. So anyways, so this is pretty basically it. Now the cucumber is being completely drenched. It's the only one where its leaves are still under. I don't know how else to try to make this cucumber seed survive. It's probably one that I probably should have just pulled the seed and reused the cube, or I'm assuming you're probably not supposed to do that, so probably one I should have just chucked. But I try to not waste as much as I cannot waste when I can, and so then I will I'll just take and so I'll just try to save this one that way and see what happens. This will give me a little bit of idea. Now, this hydroponic solution is at half strength of what, so because the seedlings are much smaller, I haven't put them on full strength yet, but this is the hydroponic solution that MHP Gardner, I believe that's his name, it's the one that he uses. It's at the strength that he uses it. It's for, instead of it being full strength, it is half strength. So I just use it on my seedlings and everything. I don't know. Can somebody answer my question? Is this still considered a seedling, or would this be considered a sproutling at this point in time? Like, I don't know when a seedling when a seedling becomes a sproutling, or when so anyways, if somebody can answer the question, maybe help me out with that, then I can maybe start saying it correctly in my videos here. So I always considered seedlings to be what you had before it sprouted. Then once it sprouted, it was a sproutling, and then once it got a little bigger, then it actually, once it got past the first leaves that it puts out, the baby leaves or the starter leaves, then usually I would refer to it as a plant once it gets the first set of mature leaves in. But that's the way I understood it. I could be completely wrong on that, so maybe somebody can help me out. Maybe I should just do a Google search. But yeah, so maybe somebody can just toss a link in and be done with it. So, but anyways, so that's what's going on here. So I got 5 new lettuce. 5 new lettuce and 1 cucumber seed sproutlings that are going to go in the window for a day or two, and then I'm going to stick them outside. None of the plants that I put out so far, knock on wood, have none of them have had problems with being burnt. So I think I have the hydroponic solution to where it should be. Unless it's nutrient deficient for my plants. I tend to top off 2 times with hydroponic solution and 1 time with water, because this is a weakened lower dose of the hydroponic solution, and I'm hoping, since the plants are so small, they won't need as much nutrients, but I'm trying to build them up to kind of full strength So that's kind of the reason why I top off twice with hydroponic, half strength hydroponic solution, and then go back to water. Just because I live in Florida, there's a lot of evaporation, and I don't want the hydroponic solution to get too powerful. So this is just the first year I've really been playing around. I did say in a previous video that I hadn't grown any plants on the hydroponic solution, full size plants. I was mistaken. I had forgotten that I did do some hydroponic tomatoes last year. I just had really bad luck with them. I did several things that were wrong. I'll probably get into that in another video, but the plants grew up, they flowered absolutely beautifully, but when it came to producing fruit, I had them in a 1 gallon milk jug. It's white, but it let enough sunlight in to where it ended up growing algae. So with all that being said, I'll end this video, and maybe I'll touch on the hydroponic tomatoes later. I know 1 gallon bucket, our 1 gallon milk jug, is probably way too small for a tomato, and that's probably why the plant flourished and grew lots of flowers, but then it just couldn't produce the fruit. So lesson learned from last year. I'm going to probably try it again, and we'll see how it works out this year. So all right, talk to you guys later.